Hey, everybody. Thank you for attending our career development on Thursday, November the 12th. And today I actually am calling this Reset, Recharge, Revive, and Reap. It all ties in with our business planning that we have been kind of working on. Stephen has went over a number of things this past month and a half that we will go over. But before I do, I want to make sure I have everybody's names that's attending right now. And for those of you that are not able to jump on, you're going to see what you missed. Okay, so I want to do attendance, make sure. So we've got Peg, Debbie, Melissa, Kevin, and Janine. The management side's name is not in here. Michael and I have joined forces, and we are going to give away a $50 gift card to whoever's name shows up. So can you guys see my screen, this little app on the phone? So I put all you guys' names in here, and I'll get it to where I share it on my screen for there, but I want to make it simple. So I'm going to tap, and it's going to spin, and it's going to tell us who the winner of the $50 is. It's so exciting. Oh my goodness. It's literally up. Can you see it? Janine.
Good.
Congratulations, Janine. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Michael and I will get that to you in the next week.
Early bird gets the worm.
Exactly. So everybody that wasn't able to come on, just know this, that we're going to do some surprise things on our career development. It's not going to be always the same. So you'll it's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get. So without further ado, let's get started on the purpose of the call. As I mentioned, I named this particular career development Reset, Recharge, Revive, and Reap. All ties into your business planning, your business. So in Q3, we all know that all businesses actually put together a business plan, a growth projection of some type, where they look back at their previous year, what they did, what worked, what didn't work, and then they look forward. What do I want? What do I want my business? And each one of you are entrepreneurs. You are business owners. I think a lot of times that is not instilled in our brains as agents. We just think of ourselves as salespeople. We're out there trying to sell property, but honestly, this is your business. And it's very, very important to do business planning. I want to ask a question, if you'll put in the chat, how many actually did a full out business plan last fall for 2020? Or you can just give a thumbs up. And if you didn't, that's okay. That's why we're doing these detailed classes. Stephen done an amazing job on prepping toward the business planning, growth projection by giving the first one, October 2nd, he did knowing your why. The first and foremost you have to have in your head, it's a mindset. It's your business. You have control of the reins of your business, and you're in the best company that offers the best tools, the best training. I don't know of any other company. I helped agents. Michael was saying he helped agents do so, but not one for himself. We'll do this year, myself included. So I got sidetracked on that. So knowing your why is very important. Know your why, because it all starts here. It all starts in your brain. It's what you think, what you want to do. Know your why. Then you need to stop being a secret agent. He did that on October 22nd. And on November 5th, he did everything comes with a price. That's where business planning comes in very, very much if you want to succeed in your business and not spend extra money. Our company offers so many things for you and every agent to build their business. So let's talk about some things about building blocks that are going to be important for you to build your business. If you did not listen to and you weren't a part of Stephen's 3 sessions I just spoke of, go and I'll do a recap. I'll put a link that you could go to, but go revisit those if you did watch them. But if you didn't, I encourage you to watch them, because all 3 of those are very important to what we're getting ready to talk about. And this is for you. I mean, this is to help you. Everything we do is trying to help you in your business to grow. So I encourage you to do that. So I asked about business plans and I did not get anybody else. Somebody else is connecting. I did not get anybody else on saying that they did do one. So let's talk about that. It's one of the most important things you can do as a business owner is to do your business plan. So what I want to do, I'm going to make this short, where there's not many of us on here, but impactful. So next week, November the 19th, we are going to have our, it starts at 1, it goes to 11:30. It is going to be one of the most important things you do as a business owner, as an entrepreneur for your business. We can give you all the tools, we can train you and everything else, but it's up to you to make your plan for what you want to do. So next week, make time. That time from 9 to 11:30 is very important for your success. You want to be on, I will guarantee you, I said it yesterday, I will guarantee you it's not boring. It's not all about numbers. You're going to find out some things. If you've never taken this class, you're going to find out some things about owning your own business, running your own business, being an entrepreneur that you need to do for you to propel you to the success that you want to be. Honestly, what other business can you be in that you don't have the brick and mortar? You could come in, and honestly, the cost of doing real estate with no cap on what you can make, that's huge. I don't know how many here's ever had their own brick and mortar store or business, but those of you that have can attest that it's expensive. So let's talk, though. One thing, the last one that Stephen actually talked about was November 5th. Everything comes with a price. So next week, again, make plans to be there the 19th from 9 to 11:30. I am going to share my screen, and I'm glad Stephen's on because I saw he jumped on, because if I have a little issue here, he can help me. So I'm going to share, and I'm going to try to find. I want to show you guys how to get to a tool that is a goal projector. I was playing with it, and let me see. I did a mock one, and I actually printed mine off. So once you do this, once you do this, you will be able to print it off yourself. So the way I do it, I always use my dashboard in the morning when I get started. My dashboard is up all day long because it's so easy to get in here and get to where I need to get. So I'm going to go. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yay. Okay. So when you get in, it says CB Exchange, but we'll get here, and then I'm going to go to desk. And I'm going to do like Holly, wait for it. I love when she says that. Sign in. How many is getting in desk and getting familiarized with the tiles and how you use all the different things?
Let's see. I'm not looking for.
Well, let me see here for a second. I'll move this. I need my chat to go away. Give me 1 second. I want to make my chat go away.
Yeah, mine.
Got a minus at the top there. Keep going. Up at the top. Over here. Hello. There it is. All right. Go further.
The dash, the underscore next to the word chat.
Yeah.
I can't see chat. Oh, right here. I had it covered up with everybody's picture. Sorry. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay. So you come to desk and you're going to go to CBU Learning Center. Everybody should get familiarized with CBU Learning Center because a lot of people go out and they're paying for education. And honest to goodness, this is a wealth of information right at your fingertips. So I'm going to hit, when I come here, I'm going to go over to the side, hit Learning Library. And it's funny because they move everything all around. So now I am going to type in, let me see if that works. If not, I'm going to have to look for it. Nope. Yes. Yesterday when I got, it was all up here at the front and I didn't have to look for it. So let me find it here. Okay, come on.
Can everybody mute, please?
Okay, honestly, I did this over and over yesterday. Just let me find it. It's usually right here at the top. How many's been in here and looked at all of this stuff? I mean, I'm just looking for one thing in particular. I would have had it already open for you guys, but I wanted to show you how you get to it. Go projector. Usually this is up at the top. So it's self-paced, very easy. So you'll find Go projector and click learn more. Hope you guys are as excited about this as I am. Okay, I'm going to click to launch the course. It's not really a course per se. It's a tool. Okay. So I guess since I've been in here before, it's already okay. There you'll have two things. How it works. Let me get it to there.
The goal projector will do the math for you, but we'll show you the calculations to help you have a clear understanding of each value.
Sheila, that's not on our screen.
That's not on your screen?
No, it's the click here to launch the course is still up.
Okay. Let me see if I can fix this.
It
So
opened
this-
it opened it in a new window. So are you sharing your screen or are you sharing just the browser?
I'm sharing the screen. So that's what
Find
it
the
is.
other window that it opened and bring that onto the screen. It might be behind this or something. Like minimize this and see it because when you click that, it opens a new window.
Okay.
Minimize the window that you're in.
It is.
I mean, I still see it, so
It-
maybe there's a lag.
Okay, that's big and that's, okay, let me see. What are you seeing now?
Smaller version of that window.
Okay. Now you're seeing CBU again.
We're back to desk.
Okay. No, you're seeing that, right?
Yes, self-placed learning.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Give me a second. I'll find it again. Okay, so I think here, Stephen, is where it did it, is where it went.
When you
So-
click launch the course, it'll open up another window.
Okay,
So we don't see, for some reason, like we're not seeing that. And we heard it playing, but you have to make sure that window is what we're seeing.
okay.
I just saw down at the bottom left-hand corner, it said something about unlocking the cache. I don't know if that means anything, but
How's that?
There, now we see it.
yes, there it is.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to the calculator. I'm trying to find, apparently, because I was on there, it's bringing up where I was, not the very beginning. Hey, Stephen. Back to calculator. Okay. Recalculate. How it works.
The goal projector will do the math for you, but we'll show you the calculations to help you have a clear understanding of each value.
Okay.
You will begin.
What it's going to do is when you click, when you go in, it's going to have two buttons. Apparently it's not doing it because I've already been in here. So you're going to have, when you open up the gold projector, it's going to have two buttons for you to click. One is this. It's going to help explain step by step how to use the gold projector. So that's what this video is. I can actually do this with you, or I can send you a way to do it on your own. But what I wanted to show you is how to get to here. If you listen to this video, click that video. It is very short, doesn't take long, and it's going to show you, can you see my arrow? Can you see my arrow?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Okay.
you can.
So when you go through this video, it's going to show you how and what numbers to put in here. It's going to explain everything. Once you've plugged in your numbers, and here's the thing, and if you don't know your actual average sales price, things like that, next week, just start playing in here. Put an average of 250,000 average sales price. It's going to fluctuate depending on your area. Just if you'll do that and put the numbers you think in here, and then you're going to calculate. Let me see if it'll.
With your estimated bills this year, the next 12 months. Add up all the individual yearly values you will enter are added.
So
to
this is
provide
how
a
it does
total
for you. I'm not going to belate this for you now. You can do it later. 250 sales price.
in section.
I'm trying to make it go fast, but I'm on my hotspot, so. Okay. For some reason, it just quit on
The
me.
section 3
There you go.
calculate on
How many has been in here and played with this yet?
these 18 transactions needed per
I
year
have not.
are multiplied by the average number of appointments. Section 5.
I'm skipping through here.
The 54 appointments needed in 1 year are divided by 48. In section 6,
It won't let me go fast to the other one.
the count of the total number of days
Total number of days a week that you guys work should not be
in the
7.
section 7 calculation, 34 prospecting contacts. Finally, when the number of knowing the number of contacts you need per day, along with the estimate of how much time to schedule to make them, will go a long way toward removing the guesswork around prospecting. Now,
Okay, this is the page right here that you'll see. So you'll click how it works. And I apologize, it just went on what I was at the last time, and then hit start. So when you hit start, this is where I plugged in some numbers. So you can plug in whatever numbers. So you want to figure out your estimated bills and get in here and play around. So this is what I did, and I was just throwing numbers in there. Desired savings, everything. This is going to be for you. In the funds needed, I want to go over something right here. In the funds needed for your goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, we have, and we should have, immediate, short-term, midterm, and long-term goals. I personally, like if you go out 5 years, say your 5th year, you want the biggest Hawaiian vacation that you want, that you've ever had, or whatever kind of vacation. So whatever, if one of your goals is a 5-year goal, what you'll want to do is divide that by 5, because then put that amount in here. You can do more goals or just compile them all together here, but put figures in here for your goals. And then it's going to actually calculate it. You're going to put your average sales price, your average commission. I put 3%. This was a conversation. It's been a conversation a number of times. You'll hear us talking about holding your value. We had a career development on establishing your value, holding your value. And I would suggest to go in there if you want to hear some good ideas. Craig Alexander did that. He hosted that one and gave some good ideas, and then as well as the roundtable discussion. So this, Michael, after we're done, he can talk, and Stephen can talk about how much you're literally taking out of your pocket if you don't hold your value. So this number will fluctuate, but definitely you do not want it under this, if at all possible. Your average commission, whatever your split is, and we know whatever your split is going to, once you get to a certain point, you're going to reach 85%, whatever your split is. Everybody picks their own. Your average commission, plug in all of these numbers, and what it literally does, and if I was to change these numbers, I hit recalculate, it's going to calculate. So get in and play with it. It's letting me know how many daily contacts I need, then with the number of days I'm working, and how many minutes every day to schedule. So you're taking an elephant that's in the room, you're taking this big amount, whatever your, whatever it is, your business financial goals. So just say it was 48,000. I mean, yours may be 120, but it's going to literally tell you how many contacts you need a day. And it's going to give you an average of how much time you need to spend and schedule every day for your contacts. I personally am going to I'm going to talk to Stephen and see if there's a way to do this as far as recruiting also. I mean, us managers, we need to do this because there's things that we have to do. So then if you click create a PDF, just put it down and click continue. You're going to download the PDF. I'm going to open it up. Is it still showing you guys everything? And there's my PDF.
Yes, it is still showing.
Now, honest to goodness, how simple and how cool is that? It's already there. It's just a calculator for you to use. Let me stop sharing my screen right now for a second. How many has been on this or knows about it?
I have.
Janine, winner chicken dinner. My goodness. You won the $50 gift card this morning, and kudos. Let me ask you a question, Janine, because you're new to the company, what, 6 months, 7 months now?
Hasn't been quite that long yet. I know it seems like it.
It does. It seems like you've been with the family forever. Tell me how you found it.
I found it, I liked it. I came up with daily contacts needed 1.17. So I was trying to figure out how to get that 0.17 person. But it didn't really, what helped me most was it cemented in my mind what I needed to do every day. What I noticed was that once I had the number of contacts I needed to make, and I set my mind on it, the number of actual contacts, I far exceeded it just because I was focused on getting the minimum, but I was always getting more, especially with the number of appointments that I set for myself and that sort of thing. So it helped a lot because at least I felt like I had some goals and I was meeting them and often exceeding them. So it gave me confidence to keep going.
Thank you, Janine. You brought up a point, and Stephen, if he's on here, he can chime in also about this, but it is proven, I don't know the statistics. It worked with me. It worked with a lot of business owners that I know. When they put a business plan together and you have those goals like that, and you're just focused solely on that business, not trying to do a lot of other things, just focused on that particular business, you usually supersede. So whatever your goals are, if you really stick to it and schedule, it is proven, and it's shown over and over that usually, and Janine, you mentioned it, you will supersede the goals. So once again, that's why it's very important to do business planning and goal projection.
But I think the important thing to understand is that, you know, when you focus on, and hey, I'm back in Virginia, everybody. You know, what you focus on is what you get in return. So if you're, you know, if you have a plan in place, it's going to help you focus in on the activities and the behaviors that you need to do in order to accomplish the goal. You know, we do a similar thing on the company level. You know, Steve and I look at very specific metrics like market share, things like that, and that guides our decisions as a company, you know, in the direction of the organization. So we look at, you know, will this path take us to our goal, or is this counterproductive, or is it a side project that doesn't really add to anything? How much energy are we going to give to it? So, you know, if nothing else, you know, the business plan, you know, don't feel like it's a shackle. It's a guide. It's saying, okay, if I know I need to make 2 phone calls a day or whatever, then you'll focus on getting those 2 phone calls done, and you'll start to see the results coming in from those, you know, from those phone calls. And most of the time you'll end up probably exceeding your goal, unless you set some absolutely outlandish goal of like, I need to make 25 phone calls a day. Well, good luck to you. You gotta sell real estate at some point. But so yeah, it's a great way to sort of just keep on track and to guide the decisions that you make, similar to what we were talking about before, with like spending money. If I'm approached by someone who wants to sell me a system, I can now look at it and go, does this system plug into my marketing or my business plan? Is it going to help me accomplish the goal? I don't see how that's really going to help me. So I'm not going to spend the money on it. I'm not investing the money into something that's not going to help drive me toward what I'm trying to accomplish. And so that's where I think you'll actually probably spend less money, or you spend your money more efficiently when you have a business plan in place.
Yes.
I was going to say, I try to relate it to a trip. If I'm going to California, then am I just going to head west and hope for the best? Or am I going to plan what hotels I'm going to stay at? I've got 2 dogs. Well, then I've got to figure that out. Or am I going to plan a really well-routed trip that I'm going to see beautiful things, or just randomly? And that's what I think business plans are. It just gives us a direction of where we're going. And then at the end of the year, we look back and say, well, that didn't work, so I'm going to change it. And I think you'll be absolutely astounded if you just do it once, that it becomes part of your life.
Yeah, to piggyback on what June said, have that direction of, where you're going. There's a saying out there that's the definition of insanity is doing the same thing
over
and expecting different results. So if you don't give yourself a goal and have some accountability for yourself to do some things different, you're probably not going to see an increase in your business. But if you can hold yourself accountable and, talk to 5 people a day, or do more social media, or, put something in there that you're not doing now that is a proven way to improve your business, you're going to see results. And having something like this in writing in front of you that you can look at, I think it's awesome.
Everything everybody shared all ties together, and we as a company are focusing on our agents, and Stephen's classes were amazing, and then it flows right into what we're talking about today. And then our business planning, I wrote down goals provide success, your GPS. It all starts here. You have to put it in writing, so you're not haphazardly, like Stephen said too, you're not spending extra money, and you can attain and actually supersede. If you stick with your process, you could supersede the goals that you set in place. But it starts here, you write it down, which brings me to the next thing is Friday the 20th from 6:30 to 7:30. It's on the calendar. It's going to be a Zoom, and it's called See Your Success, See Your Vision. I forget what I named it, but a lot of people says they don't like vision boards, and that's okay. You don't have to have a big, huge board with all kinds of things glued to it or anything like that. But it is very important to have some type of vision board. So there's all types, there's digital, there's all types of vision boards. So that hour next Friday, the reason doing it then, it's the day after the business planning session. And then we will go over all types of vision boards. And there's some very, very simple ones. For everybody that don't like vision boards, I can share with you some really simple things that literally keep you engaged and on track. I'm actually resetting myself once again, what today was called reset, recharge, revive, and reap. I personally am resetting myself. There's things that I didn't do last year that I look back and say I could have done that better. So I'm resetting myself also. So we're not just saying this for everybody else's benefit. It's for us too. We're on the same page. We have to do this every year also. One more thing I want to bring out. This is going to be fun. looking toward next year, toward 2021, and looking back to this year, how many this year took the time to invest in you intellectually and also like a designation, something to set you apart or push you toward a specific niche in the niche, whatever everybody calls it, in the market? Who I know personally a couple agents, but anybody that's on here, did you attain some type of certification or designation in 2020? If you did, please unmute yourself and just say instead of putting in chat. Okay, I am going to share my screen again, and I encourage everyone to, let's see if I could get this done quick. Designations. Can everybody see that? Can everybody see that?
Yes, it is on.
Okay. I'm like, am I still here? Okay. So seriously consider improving you. I mean, so you have your goals and everything like that. But one thing that's very, very, very important is that we always are learning. We never know it all. We always can improve on ourselves, and improving on ourselves is going to help us be more successful. But look at the different designations. I'd really like to know when the managers get with the different agents, I think that's one thing that we need to know also, you know, what designations do you have? What designations would you like to attain that is going to push you toward a specific niche that you want to be in? The one that is not on National Association of Realtors is, of course, Global Luxury. I do want to point out that they did the virtual for the first time. I think it was June, if I'm correct, but they are doing it once again. It is going to be February the 23rd and the 24th. It's virtual Global Luxury class. It's $495, well invested money for your future. So I would suggest, if that is the direction you want to take your business, put that in your business plan. So February 23rd and the 24th, virtual Global Luxury. That is not on National Association because that is exclusive to Coldwell Banker. If you're not sure if that would help you, I would say reach out to all of our agents that actually are Global Luxury agents and let them share with you how powerful this can help your business. So I do want to go over a few because I know some of our agents have some of these, but go on National Association of Realtors, these designations and certifications, and look to see what one is going to help propel you to where you want to be in your business. So accredited buyers representative. I know Stephen has, there's a couple of these I think that he has gotten to, but accredited land consultant, that is one that I got. Very hard class to get, kind of expensive too. So, but it definitely was worth every penny. I think I invested over $6,000 to get that. And it honestly, the very first few months, it paid it back. CCIM, anybody working and wants to get into the commercial realm of the business, it is not residential. It is a different game all in its own. So I would say, look really to get your CCIM. And that's something that's expensive. I think it's 200-hour classroom. And then also some production that you have to have. to get that certified international. Maybe people in the global luxury realm might want to kind of look at this, because you could do relocation. Don't think that you have to do all your business here. Certified international property specialist could tie really well in with the global luxury specialist and utilize our relocation that we have. Certified property manager, brokerage. Actually, Michael, you and I should look at taking that one there. CRB. CRS. Stephen, is this one that you got?
I have a CRS, but I'm not active currently, so I can't claim the CRS. But yeah, I've had my CRS for years, and I was actually very heavily involved in the board in Tennessee. I was actually CRS of the year in 2010. So it's an amazing designation. It's kind of like your master's degree in residential real estate.
Cool. Yeah, anybody that's taken any of these as we go through, let the other agents know, because this is being recorded. Let them know how it's impacted your life. Let me get your business, I'm sorry. So CRS, counselor of real estate. I was reading on this one. This is pretty cool. There's some other ones I didn't know about. Counselor of real estate.
I have my certified real estate brokerage, Lisa.
Yeah, there should
Oh,
be on there called the CDPE, which would be the Certified Distressed Properties Expert, I believe, and I should go get that one. That's kind of my one of
that's good, Michael. Here in our NAR's green designation, a lot of our agents have this one, graduate, the GRI. Is there anybody on here that has their GRI?
I have mine.
Okay. Can you give a little insight to the agents, what that can help them with in their business?
Yeah, so GRI, so when I started real estate, basically I was told the ABR was kind of your associate degree, the GRI was your bachelor's, and the CRS was your master's. So the GRI, I took it in Michigan, and they did it in three-week sessions. And then in Tennessee, they were doing it in like 10, little sessions or whatever. So each area does it differently, but it's just a really great foundation. And I believe, I've got my GRI books in my office. If you ever want to flip through them, I mean, they're really, really old, because I got my GRI in like 2002 or something. I was 19. It was 2 days before my 19th birthday. Is when I got my designation. But you can always look, if you want to flip through some of the materials. GRI, so the third class that I took was very heavily focused on investments. So it's a little higher level. It required a financial calculator, stuff like that, but it really taught me a lot. It was probably the best one of the three for me, because it really got my head around the numbers of real estate, like rate of return. So if you're serious about working with investors in any way, it'll help you speak their language. So it just is a great foundational content and it's like, I think it's 90 hours, if I'm not mistaken, of education. So I actually used my GRI to get my broker hours in Michigan. So phenomenal. I mean, and it's one of those designations that doesn't require a membership to any kind of thing. So you always have your GRI. You don't have to keep paying dues or anything.
I'm glad you brought that up also. When you're doing your business planning, when you're doing your business planning, you have to put that in your calculations also, because Stephen said, you can get your GRI, but there's no other fees associated with it every year. Some of the designations do have a fee every year. Usually they'll waive the first year because you just got it. But make sure in your business planning that if one of these is what you want to do, look at what maybe a yearly fee. A yearly fee is. And there's some I didn't even know about. This is pretty interesting. Real estate negotiation expert. I actually want to look into that. I think that, I don't know. I don't think any of our agents got this, but sometimes it doesn't matter. We don't even have to put it out there that we have it, but the knowledge and the education with some of these things. I think it would be really cool to know as much about negotiating as possible, because we could do it not only in business, but in life, buying new cars and all that kind of stuff. Realtor Association certified executive, residential accredited appraiser. I mean, there may be some of our agents, there are agents that have their appraisal, that they are appraisers. I believe, if Melinda's still on here, I believe Melinda got this year, if I'm not mistaken, and I know Wendy did also. And I think Beth Kearns was asking about this.
Jennifer Whitehead has that designation as well, I believe.
I tell you what, there are, everybody gets their first home, they move up, get bigger, and then they have to downsize. And then sadly, they might have to downsize to where they're going into a facility, a nursing home or something like that. So this is a very, very good designation to consider if this is the path that you choose to take. NAR family certifications, at home with diversity, broker price opinion resource. You know what? I don't care, you know, even if it's this, it's just getting the education. Sometimes it's not about the acronym that you have there, but it's about the education that you're getting that's going to help you stand out as a professional, different than other people. Be the best you can be better than the average. I used to say, be an extraordinary agent, extraordinary. You're not just ordinary, you're extraordinary. And this is how you do it, by educating yourself. Certified if agents. Michael, you may want to share this also. If the agents, we have teams, I'm doing it, certified real estate team specialist. I think this, I was reading about this. I think that's pretty cool. I didn't even know they had that. It's pretty cool, understanding teams and functioning of teams. We have a class that we can teach next year. Don't have time this year to do it, but it's actually on teams, team building. Digital marketing, social media. We have Stephen here that teaches us a lot, and the company offers us all types of social media avenues, which we're very thankful, Stephen, for everything that you've brought on top of what we already had. ePro.
Sheila,
Yeah.
I was going to say something on those acronyms. I think when people do their profiles, it's probably good to explain what that acronym means. Because to most people, when you go out and you show, oh, I've got this or I've got this, it means nothing to them. It's like belonging to the Department of Defense, you know, the acronyms don't mean anything. So I would encourage agents when they do their profile to let people know they're furthering education and what this acronym means.
Thank you. I definitely had that down to say, because that is very important. They can put ABR dash and then what it means. You're right. A lot of people put that down. This one here is really cool. How many, I don't know if any of our agents in our company has taken this, but we have a huge population of our agents that work with military, and we have an awesome relocation program with our company. So that may be something somebody might want to look into. I'm going to try to hurry up. Pricing strategy advisor. That's a cool one. This one here, actually, I feel maybe something some of our agents may be interested in, because we have in Virginia, we have Massanutten Association, I'm sorry, Massanutten Resort, Bryce Resort, Wintergreen Resort, all around here. And Michael, I'm not familiar with all the ones in West Virginia.
Yeah, we've got, there's a bunch of second homes in the Berkeley Springs, Great Capen area in Morgan County, got some in Shepherdstown, and in Morgan and in Berkeley County, there's so many river properties that, yeah, there is a large contingent of, second homes in this area. So that might be, something that we would consider. And I wanted to, piggyback on what June was saying. about describing these acronyms that a lot of the agents are very proud of the fact that they've got all these acronyms, and sitting in the asset manager's chair working for the bank around a number of people that, you know, were working in the real estate industry, asset managers, they had no idea what any of these things stood for. And the agents would be so proud that they've got all these acronyms after their name, but it didn't say what it was. And all these asset managers would be like, you know, I don't even know what this is. So yeah, a brief designation or a brief explanation of, you know, what they, you know, what that designation is what it means, how it could benefit, you know, you as a buyer client or a seller client would be, you know, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it is good to put them out there because I'm trying to remember which one of our agents it was. And I think Melinda knew the story, but they specifically picked that agent because they saw that they were an SRES. They had their designation to work with senior citizens, and they picked us because that agent had that designation. So you will get business.
I agree. And we all can have the BS one. That's sad. Sorry about that. Short sales, if that's somebody's forte, that is a good one to take. And last but not least, a smart home. A lot of buyers today literally are using a lot of this smart home technology. And to understand how it works, I need to take it. I'm working with someone right now. He blows my mind as like, he understands all this stuff he can do from away from his house and tell his house how to do everything. So I think this is something that we need to brush our skills up on so we can help our clients. And that basically let me stop sharing my screen. That basically to me is what I wanted to bring to the table today. We're right at almost 10:30. We got a little bit late start, but I hope the goal projection tool, I hope you get in there, use it before next Thursday. And I hope everyone truly considers how to educate themselves this coming year. What direction are you going in your business, and what of these designations? You can't do all of them. Pick one or two, even if it's one, but set something in your sights as a goal. And we can actually, I could talk with Stephen, and he can possibly, we can have some type of template, you know, for the agents as they acquire different designations, that it can be put out in social media that they have this, and it can help you promote yourself. So anyway, does anybody else have anything that they'd like to say about what we talked about today? About the goal projection, about designations, anything that helped their business this past year that you would highly recommend to another agent to look into?
Well, I think one of the things when setting up the goals is and we do the goal planning, it'll be more spoken about, but the agent wants to go from, I made 60,000 this year, I want to make 80,000 next year. Figuring out that why, is it because you want to have more savings? If you want to pay off for credit cards, you want to go on a, wonderful trip with your family, you want to save money for your children's college fund, what's the real why on why you want to make more money? That might drive you a little bit harder rather than having that number as a goal, having a trip to Tahiti or a, new vehicle or be debt free, something like that's very tangible and might motivate you a little bit more.
And if you want to know about the why, go back into the recordings, and on October 8th, the Know Your Why, the beginning of our business planning series, Stephen done a great Know Your Why. So if you have to revisit that again, which that's important, I would suggest go back in and look at that. Stop being the secret agent and everything comes with a price. So tying that all together, I think we're all set to do great goal setting for next year. And remember, the agents, or I mean, the managers, we're going to get, after all this is done, we're going to be reaching out to you and scheduling times to meet with you in person and going over what your goals are. So does anybody have any other questions? June left, I think.
Hey, Sheila,
Yes.
they run sales all the time on those certification classes.
Okay.
So it doesn't hurt to go in there and check periodically. Because I know several of the designations I've gotten them when they were on sale and they were really cheap.
You know, there is one, thank you for saying that. I forgot about that. There is one that I did not mention. I am so glad I remembered this. Please, everybody, I think every agent, I started this and got busy, and that's my bad. I am going to finish it. But see, commitment to excellence, and that's your C2EX, C2EX, commitment to excellence. It's not a certification or anything like that. It's not really a class or anything. It's really bettering you as an agent. It's going to help set you apart and help you give more value to your coworkers, your co-op agents, your clients, and everything. But I would suggest everybody get on to NAR and get the C2 excellence and start working on that. I know Amanda, our property management, Amanda Whitson, she was doing it. I don't know if she finished, but that is another one I would say to jump on. So.
Oh, hey, I see that.
I think it's important for all agents to do an autopsy on their business at the end of the year. See how many sales did they have? How many sales did they lose? How many listings did they get? And just go through each transaction to see where their business is. What do I need to do for the next year? And I do call it an autopsy because you need to take a knife and you need to go through everything that worked and everything that didn't work, and using a formula to figure out what your average commission split is. You know, you talk about the luxury homes. Well, maybe they've got to increase that to get up to the area of luxury homes. So that's what I call it, the autopsy. Fairly weird.
And one thing Michael, the managers are going to do is when we call and we schedule the individual appointments with the agents, we're going to have a one sheet. We have this great tool that we can use, and it is going to, in one sheet, color coded and everything, it will show where there may be a little lack in some areas. Maybe you're not getting as much of the commission. You're not holding your value on your commission as much. It's going to show your list of sell ratios. It literally breaks your business down this past year where it's like right in front of your eyes, and we can talk about it. And as managers, we can help the agents do the autopsy, and it's all there on one sheet, and we can help talk and strategize through ways to increase that and overcome that. So this year, you guys, the private schedules with the managers and going over your goal setting is going to be very impactful for you and for the managers, because as a company, we don't know how to best help you when we don't know where you're truly needing the help. So Michael, and then after you, I think if there's nothing else,
I was just going to say, June mentioned there in the chat about the formula they will see about how many transactions that go up to 20,000. I think she was talking about when we were talking about the holding to your value and keeping your commissions, that the difference, say you did $4 million in sales volume. If you did that at 3% versus 2.5%, that's a $20,000 difference in your income. You know, just that, you know, the difference between 6 and 5%, it's not 1%. It's really about 16%. So just that initial little slash, doing the right thing without being asked on many occasions. I think Stephen had a statistic that was You know, almost 40% of agents will just go cut their commissions before the seller even asks. So, yeah, we might be cutting ourselves $20,000 a year, but we don't need to be doing that. So I'll get off that soapbox for now.
Okay. Well, I hope this has been very helpful, very enlightening, and I hope you use the tool, and I hope to see everyone next week and remember, it's going to start at 9. I'll send out the link prior to, probably the day before as a reminder, and the link that day so you can get on for the class. I will also email out the participants guide. You will want to make sure you have that up so you can go through it and make notes. So thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,